Well, that little pretending to be innocent lasted very long, huh? Well, anyway, Mr. Gaming Counselor now confronted Aztecross on a video that came out today because I guess he had some wrong points or something. Yes, I did watch the entire video. I have it screenshotted. It'll be on screen now. Just so Mr. You didn't watch the entire video. Can't say I didn't watch the entire video. I watched like 75% of it, and then the last like 20 minutes, or the last 10 minutes, I just skimmed through because it was just him complaining about lies or whatever. But here's the funny thing. Mr. Gaming Counselor here. Sorry, I'm moving my controller out of the way. He sits here and claims that he didn't know they were cheating, yet there was only 5 people in the lobby. If you go back and look, only 5 people completed it. So, I had no idea they were cheating. You don't think it's a little weird that they're the only people in the world to find out that there's something you could do where you only need 5 people? Come on. Use your brain a little bit. I know it's very small, but please use your brain a little bit. Anyway, so when that was going on, then he also apparently watched some of my video, but he did the same thing that he was so critical about in his own video, where he didn't watch the full thing. Because he went, oh, don't send whisper, like, he said in a different video, like, oh, whatever, like, don't send me whispers because I have it turned off or whatever, because he saw my video where I whispered him or whatever. So, I guess he's guilty of the same issue as he was complaining about Aztecross about on his video, where he was like, wah, you didn't watch the whole video and you're just assuming and you're lying and all this stuff. If you watched my whole video, you would know that I talked about Squeeze and GL Abuser both being cheaters. Not just one, both. But you didn't listen to the whole video and you just skimmed through it like most people do, and you just ignored that. Squeeze is a known cheater for Xbox because the dude net limits, and then GL Abuser is just an outright cheater. He's just on everything and he's flying around and stuff. Squeeze is a known net limiter, though, by Xbox community. So, Mr. Watch the whole video. Why didn't you watch the whole video? Kind of sus, isn't it? To save you guys some time, a lot of his video was literally just him going, wah, I didn't say the raid was hard. That was his whole point. Like, literally, it's a 40-minute video of him just ranting about how he didn't say it wasn't hard. That's literally his whole point. In that, oh, you guys didn't watch the full video. Like, that's literally the entire video. That is the entire video summed up. And then he took down the original video because it was, oh, the harassment seems to have blown over or whatever about it. That doesn't mean you take down the evidence so when new people come in, they don't know. That just makes you look like a little coward who's running and you realize, oh, I got away with it, so I'm just going to delete this and leave it off to the side where I talked about it. And move on. Obviously, he did talk about his cheating in a second video, which I know he would bring up because he'd be like, well, I claimed it in this one, it's less rambly or whatever. Doesn't matter. Your whole explanation of everything was in that video that even Lucky 10P called you out on, but seems like you didn't give a shit about him, did you? Funny that you only cared about Aztecross in this situation. Which is very funny. Because I feel like it's the same issue where I have with a lot of people. It's just jealousy. There was also the people posting him on Twitter or whatever, making fun of him. And he was saying like they were mad or something. The people weren't mad about you. They were laughing at you. They weren't mad. They were laughing. That's why they said absolute cinema, because you were getting what you deserved. It's just, dude, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff, man. His entire video is just him ranting and then basically trying to move away from it. And he's like, oh, I renamed myself so I wouldn't get harassment or whatever. And then, if I did get banned, I could get my account back. Well, either way, you're still ban evading. You know this, right? Either way, you're still ban evading and getting away with it because Bungie's ban team like is non-existent. You going, well, if they do ban me, I'm gonna make a new account. Like, no. If you were the decent human being you keep claiming to be, and you got caught playing with cheaters, you would just fuck off. You would get out of this community and not come back. Yet, here you are, still in the community, trying to make videos and all that, and complaining about power grind and all this stuff, and continuing to go on this tirade, when no one wants you here. No one in the community wants you here, because no one wants to deal with a cheater. I don't know why this is so hard for him to understand, but hey, I guess he realized his channel would fall off very hard if he left Destiny. For Mr. I hate so much about Destiny here realizes he has no Destiny without Destiny. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say in this, honestly. It's just him complaining about Aztecross for like 40 minutes saying, oh, I didn't say it was hard. But you were like trying to flex the emblem on your streams and stuff until you got called out. Like, anyone clear as day can go back to the stream right after and see that you were like flexing. Unless you deleted it, I didn't check. He could have deleted it. But anyway. Also, he was there with them for 4 encounters. You don't think it's weird that you're playing with 5 people, doing each encounter, then leaving each encounter, leaving, and just, oh, it's a bug we're doing to like get it or whatever. Either way, you would have still not deserved it if you were cheesing it. Either way, you didn't deserve the emblem. If they're like, oh, we know a glitch or something, like, no. You still wouldn't have earned the emblem legit, and you would just look like a coward. You know how many people make fun of people who run the Godslayer title because they know they didn't deserve it, because most people just cheesed Rolk or skipped the entire thing and went straight to Riven. So, yeah. Kind of just makes you look like a loser, not gonna lie. Just because you want to sit there and pretend like you're not trying to run and hide, and then be like, oh, but I'm sitting here going, yeah, go nuclear, ban us all, or whatever. You know they won't. Because there will be casualties of people who didn't actually cheat and didn't know they were cheating, so they wouldn't get banned. And I think he knows that. That's why he's trying to act like the good guy in this situation. But if he was actually the good guy, he would just stop playing Destiny, you know? But obviously it's the only thing he can do for money. And the other thing is that he was trying to sit there and flex like, oh, I've been like growing very well because of this. No, you're not growing. You had a lot more people show up to your channel because everyone saw you were a cheater. Like, you got called out by Lucky and a bunch of other people. Yes, your videos were doing well before that. They were doing pretty well because my friends started talking about you and everything. However, as soon as you got called out for cheating, everyone's just looking at you, laughing at you, instead of actually enjoying your content. And they're just wondering, hey, is this guy actually gonna, like, get banned or talk about it or anything? That's why people watch more of his recent videos. Like, that's why I watch his Power Grind one. That's why I looked a little bit into his Warframe one that happened right after. And he didn't address it at all. So I stopped watching until I saw this Aztecross one. Because it was very funny to have another popular person talk about him. But he only called out Aztecross, not Lucky. Because, for some reason, I don't know. For some reason, he just doesn't like Aztecross. Like I said, I feel like it's just jealousy. And just getting upset because someone's doing better than him. Who basically somewhat does like the same stuff, but is just way more entertaining. Also, please, for the love of God, get rid of the voice changer. The voice changer thing sounds awful. That was like a 2012 thing. No one uses a voice changer in 2025 and actually think you're funny for it. Let's be honest. Anyway, that's all I gotta say, guys. Have a good day. Peace.